In this video, we're going to take a look at the methods that we have available when you are working with strings in JavaScript. A method is a function that you can use, and there are several methods when you are working with strings, and they are only available with strings. So first, we're going to create const learning, and I'm going to add learning. JavaScript is great. Something like this. Then we're going to create a new variable, output. This is going to be the variable that we are sending to the console. So we're going to add output like this. So for example, if you want to know how many characters are in this message, you can use the length method. So you can add output equals to learning that length and save this value. And now you can see learning JavaScript is great. It has 29 characters or letters. Using this method is, for example, how Twitter tracks how many letters you have added in your tweets, for example. There is also a method to concatenate, so we're going to add concat. And we're going to add output. Output equals to learning dot concat. And concat is going to take two parameters. First one is going to be the space, for example, in this case. And we're going to add and fun. So save this. You can see we have learning JavaScript is great. Then we have this space that we have here. And right here is the space. This one is the space that we have here. And then we have and fun, which is the last part of the concat method. So for example, if you want to print this message in uppercase, you have another method, uppercase. We're going to add output. It's going to be equals to learning that, and we're going to use the method called to uppercase. Save this, and you can see we have learning JavaScript is great. There is also to make this lowercase. Lowercase is going to be output equals to learning dot to lowercase. So save this, and you can see now we have the same message in lowercase. So a method is basically like this. You add a dot and then the name of the method. Some of them require the parentheses. They are like functions. And some others like length doesn't require the parentheses. So for example, let's say that we have learning JavaScript is great, and we want to check if there is a special keyword in this message. There is a method called indexOf. And you can add something like output equals learning and a dot to add that method, indexOf, and you can add JavaScript. So this is going to return the position where this keyword JavaScript, which is right here, is starting to be printed. So you can see save, you can see it's on the 9 characters. This is going to start from here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the white space is going to be 9. And you can see from here, JavaScript is printed, and you can see it's present. So for example, if I change this, and we want to check for PHP, for example, it's going to return -1. A really nice example of the usage of indexOf is, for example, when you have const email, and we have something like email@email.com, and you are validating a form, and you are checking if there is the @ sign in this email. So for example, in this case, I'm going to add check if exists on the form, something like this. You can add output equals to email that indexOf, and you check if the @ sign exists. And you can see if you have something like this, you can check, for example, if, and of course I'm going a little faster here, but we're going to check if statements in the future. If you have something like if is greater than 0, you can add something like console.log valid email, else console.log invalid email. So you can save this, and you can see we have valid email. In the case of the person didn't add the @, it's going to be like this. You can see we have invalid email because it's returning -1, which at the end is that it couldn't find the @ in the email variable. So of course this was a more advanced example, but it's one of the usage that you will find on the index of method.